Jerry was on K&C Masterpiece this morning. He's normally on with Sean and RJ, but he was having some cell phone issues, so he was able to jump on with K&C. And, of course, they're doing the league meetings. So, again, that may be why some of this scuttlebutt's coming around about the Raiders and Max Crosby, because, as we all know, I'm sure there's been some preliminary discussions about people getting moved. But now, one of the folks, and we're going to talk about Trayvon Diggs here in just a second, but George Pickens obviously is getting all kinds of run as far as, all right, will he be a Cowboy next season? What kind of money is he looking at right now, especially considering just the run that he's been on? I mean, he has certainly solidified his value as a top-flight wide receiver in the National Football League. Are extension talks going on right now with GP, or does it make sense to wait, Jerry?
You make that an either-or, and I'm not trying to have issue with the way you're phrasing your question today. But any and everything about George Pickens is crossing our mind.
Ooh, I like to hear that.
And when you say, does that generate conversations? It certainly can generate conversations between people in our building without George being in the room. And it can cause a lot of conversation, I'm sure, around the league. But the answer is certainly he's a topic of interest and discussion because of the success he's having.
Okay, I mean,
shout out Jerry. I took that as he's aware of the George Pickens stuff. He's aware his price is probably going up. He's aware people probably want to take him off the team, and he's aware it's going to be expensive to keep him. Jerry's not out of the loop. That's all I took that for. Jerry is aware of what's going on and how trade talks work and how contract extensions work, and people play well and they're going to get more money.
It was encouraging, though, that he didn't say, well, we'll address that when the season's over.
Yeah, he's like, I get it. It's happening.
Because he was very flippant and, almost dismissive when asked about whether it was Micah or CD or Dak. Like, he was fine with letting those ride, and you pretty much glean that from every answer he gave. This one is it's top of mind for us, right? And so
it's in the notebook.
If there was ever a way of him saying, you know what, we are considering doing something, or you cannot, for a player of George Pickens' magnitude, you can't get into a bidding war.
And I think they realized that all those guys that you named before, CD, Dak, and Micah, they drafted all those guys.
They did.
This is a guy that they already gave up resources for, so they probably feel some sort of like, we want to make this worth our while.
Absolutely.
And I think Jerry has seen the best he's seen out of Dak. And it's like, man, even if CD were to get hurt, this makes Dak really happy. I got a bona fide guy. He's been watching Tolbert for a couple years, be wide receiver 2, and Brandon Cooks come in for a little bit, and different guys try to fill that role. You haven't had a wide receiver 2 since Amari Cooper and CD were here.
No.
And I think Jerry likes offense, like the rest of us. I mean, he's human. He enjoys box office. Like,
he's entering the Al Davis stage of his career, and take that however you want to take it. But, Robert Gallery sat here and told us a week ago that, he drafted people based purely off speed alone. Al Davis did, right? And so, the thing about this Cowboys team and you and I talked about this a few weeks ago, as bad as this defense has been, you've still given the team a puncher's chance in every game because your offense is as elite as it is. Yep. And the fact that you do have maybe the top 2 wide receivers in football today, right now, as it stands, you might have the best 1-2 punch in the NFL when it comes to receiving threat. And, yeah, that's fun to watch. I mean, because the thing is, it's like, hey,
they're selling out games.
This thing could drag out.
They always sell out, but I'm saying you feel it in the stadium. Like, people are excited to watch the team, even though they were, 2-3 wins in most of these games we're seeing.
And that's the thing, is that because you still feel like even though, you watch a Giants game where you win 43-40, but you know what? You won, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
You'll take a tie against the Green Bay Packers because why? It was a lot of fun to watch, Now,
Jerry loves business and loves money and entertainment value.
Like, there's something about...
And Pickens is exactly that. Gives you the theatrics, gives you the touchdown celebration.
He's box office 101. Yep. Like, that dude, I'm not going to say that, talk about like being born to be a Cowboy, but I mean, he embodies everything that Jerry loves about a Dallas Cowboy.
100%.
Exciting, flashy, and makes great plays.
I mean, he's jumping into people, okay? Like literally jumping into people.
Think about it. We've heard zero reports about late to practice, getting
Nothing
fights
negative.
with teammates,
attitude issues,
talking with the media wrong, missing interviews. We've had zero of those issues. So I think, I hope I don't regret saying this, Fred, but I do trust the front office to handle this George Pickens thing. Whether it's trading him or giving him money, for some weird reason, I have a good feeling they're gonna handle this correctly.
All right, have Jerry 11 because you guys both brought it up, and let's just hear from Jerry himself. Why has the George Pickens experience been so much different in Dallas than it was in Pittsburgh?
Well, I will give a lot of credit to Brian Schottenheimer. I'll give a lot of credit to Dak Prescott. And I'll give a lot of credit to George Pickens because he's come in here with a can-do frame of mind about being a part of a team. He's coming in about how he can complement what we do, not just complementary football, offense, defense, but how about complementing Lamb and complementing what we're trying to do with our offense. And frankly, he's above expectations in all boxes.
Can-do attitude. Love to hear it. And, of course, you got to give up to CD, Dak, as well as George Pickens himself. All right, last but certainly not least, we'll pay off this final tease. When asked, was he okay with the explanation that Trayvon gave him for the concussion?
Yes, and I am. And there's no reason to dwell on any more here. And so it's what it is. And consequently, what we did see is we played pretty well out there. And so I don't know the status of Diggs as we move forward, but I feel better about being able to play if we don't have him out there.
Oh, whoa. Hey, I was just going to say, look at Jerry in a good way, avoiding the question, just saying it's nothing. He's going to be at practice, whatever. We won't talk about this for the rest of the week. Then that last sentence.
Well, he kind of said it in the middle part, too, where he said, and consequently, we played okay. So, no, he took two kind of subtle digs at Diggs.
I mean, that last one wasn't subtle.
No, the last one wasn't subtle at all. He took a subtle one, and then the last one, he let him know, and again, this is really, I mean, him and Diggs have had no problem going at each other throughout the. I mean, he made it clear. I mean, he used him as him and Terrence Steele. That's why he doesn't want to sign Micah. You know,
I mean, look at the Steele contract.
I signed those two. How'd that work out for you? You know what I mean? So, Jerry still has his fastball, right? I mean, Jerry's has his moments.
Is he wrong? We'll have to wait and see with Diggs and the whole man coverage thing. But do you necessarily want your owner taking shots at Diggs? Now, people listening might go, I don't care what Diggs thinks anymore. I'm done with him. How Sean Sharif was saying, I'm done with the drama. Cut him, trade him. I don't care. I assume most of the listener base right now is in the same camp. I don't think there's a lot of Diggs defenders right now. But, it is still kind of stinks to see if you are a Diggs defender.
Well, but you know what? I think I'll say this, then we'll go to break and talk to Grant next. You owe him at the very least to play some man-to-man.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't. All I'll say is this: we know Diggs ain't trying to tackle anybody. We get all that. But on the flip side of that, all right, look. You switched to man-to-man. You played at 60-70% or whatever it was on Sunday, and guess what? You played decidedly different, okay? Now, we can break down why the Commanders don't look that great and yada, yada, and whatever. But if he's back and can play this Sunday and you're going to play some more man-to-man, I'd like to see it. At the very least, can we at least give Trayvon Diggs that?
Diggs is better than Bridges. Better than Kyrie.
Oh, absolutely. Man-to-man, 100%.
And it helps the trade value if he plays well.
Or, God forbid, he plays well and you let him ride it out. He goes back to being a semblance of what he used to be, and you'll live with that. And if you get Ravel, who turns out to be okay, Kalen Carson, who turns out to be okay.
Now we're not waiting on Elam and
suddenly,
Bridges.
It's okay, maybe that defense isn't so bad after all. Yes, sir, real quick.
I was just going to say real quick, so, we've had so many sagas with all these contract extensions for the Cowboys, right? Dak, CD, just to name a few. Micah, obviously, Trayvon. How crazy would it be if, after all of these sagas, after all that's left is Dak and CD. That would be wild.
Well, we're certainly, although you do have Tyler Smith, so you got that going for you as
but
well.
just like the big name
From the
key
OGs,
star players, and to put everyone through all this just to trade them in the ways that they have, that would be, it would be something.
You're barreling towards that finish.